Hello, everybody. We want to welcome you to the Papa Show on the Total Trash Network. Only 13 shows in.
Right?
So,
Actually, this is about 14 or 15.
But who's counting? Russell is.
yeah.
Hello, I'm Mr. Analytics over here.
Yeah, he's the one who always tells us how the show is doing.
Oh, by the way, if any of you like us and you're watching through Facebook, do us a favor. Help us get rid of an egg. Get rid of the no likes, please. Just like us, please. Just at least one of you. I'd like to have 5 by the next show.
Yeah.
But at least just one of you.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so you can get updates on new shows as we post them.
We also need to do a behind the scenes.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, my.
So, moving right along.
That could be scary.
Right? The hell we give each other behind the camera.
Moving right along. What's the topics for today? Rusty, what you got?
Well, we were going to start with you at Walmart.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, I'm going to be bluntly honest. I did not come with anything today. But in typical Walmart fashion, it gave me my story for me.
That gives, well, that makes all 3 of us, I think.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, the story. What happened now?
So we were getting cleaned up in electronics, trying to get everything ready, and so we can head out. About 10-15 minutes before it's time to leave, an older man comes up and wants to buy a TV, which isn't so much of a problem. The problem comes that this guy was buying for someone else, and the person he was buying for wasn't present, nor did he know what they want. So this ended up being a game of, let's have a conversations about TVs for 30 minutes over the phone. I was super late getting out of work last night.
Oh, yeah, I can bet.
And
Gotta
that, my
love the
friends,
customers.
was the highlight of Robert's day.
I was so furious.
Yeah.
Look, for future reference, guys, if you come in like right at closing and know what you want, all good, as long as you're out of there by 11. But if you don't know what you want, maybe wait till a decent hour before you come in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be honest, I immediately assume anyone who comes in like 10 minutes panicking to try to figure out what they want 10 minutes before closing is a crackhead.
Yeah, well. Oh, another FYI for you. Just because the damn Walmart app says they have it doesn't mean they do. Some items are exclusively online at walmart.com. If it's a lot of times if it says it's available at the store, it means it's available to ship to your store. It will ship to the store for free, or you can ship it to your house for a small fee.
Call your store to make sure, but don't get mad when no one picks up because, I mean, we are in the middle of a worker crisis right now.
Well, even before all this, Stanton's never been good at answering their bloody phone.
Waynesboro was pretty good, but now we don't have any staff, so.
Right. I don't think anybody
Well, there
does.
was a time that a Walmart that size would have 500 to 600 associates. Now you're lucky to have 315.
It's because they figured out the damn government will pay them to stay at home and not do anything.
Yep.
That's what the problem is. We're
Yeah.
not being forced to actively find a job and hold a job.
And we always revert back to politics when we have nothing else to talk about.
Let's just, one of my favorite things said by a president, couldn't be any more truer right now.
Oh, jeez.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
Yep.
Was that the president or was that the president's brother?
I don't know.
Yeah. Let's just put it in perspective. That was one of the Kennedys.
Hang on.
But no, it's never been more true. People need to stop asking the government for help and start stepping up for themselves.
How many of the Kennedys were in politics? Do we know? I know there was at least 3 Kennedys in politics. Do y'all remember when Arnold Schwarzenegger was governor?
That was a joke.
The Terminator.
You know his wife was actually one of the Kennedys?
Yep. She became a Kennedy by assimilation, didn't she?
Anyway, Sydney's on a roll this morning.
And I believe that was JFK.
Okay, so it was the president.
Yep.
Yep.
Robert was right, I was wrong.
And I was just guessing.
Hallelujah.
I'd rather you be right when you're wrong. It's so right that you're, guessing that you're right.
Something like that.
Got my nose fixed, now my mouth don't want to work. What's new?
And you got to preach this morning.
That's where my mind is.
Mm-hmm. If you're stumbling like that now, maybe I may not want to miss this sermon this morning.
Only you can get your butt in the pew.
Uh-huh.
Only you can prevent forest fires, because California sure can't. Oh yeah, speaking of which, have you not seen the haze around here lately?
No.
It's been super hazy like most of the week, and that's actually from the forest fires on the West Coast. The smoke's traveled all the way across the country.
3,000 miles away.
Yep.
How high is the water, Mama?
3 feet high and climbing.
California has no water. Their lakes are all dried up now.
Oh.
Their roads are starting to disintegrate.
Yeah, their roads are melting.
Damn.
You know, I find it kind of ironic. I know this is kind of mean to poke fun at like a situation like this, but I find it kind of ironic how the most environmentally conscious state in the entire country is having so many of these climate issues. It really goes to show it has no effect on things, to be honest. It really doesn't.
Yep.
Socialism. Socialism.
Socialism does not work.
But no, like you ban brush burns, what's it do? It makes it so that your wildfires go out of control. You ban plastic straws, yet only about 0.001% of the trash in the ocean is from the United States. So, I mean, yeah. So now you have like shrivel up paper in your mouth while you're drinking your drink and it melts in your mouth.
Robert, for that visual.
Real smart, genius.
I appreciate it, dude, guys. This is going to be one of the best shows ever. I'm not drinking through shriveled up paper.
Real smart, guys.
Yeah, well.
Best of luck to you.
Red Solo Cup. I miss you now.
All those efforts wasted.
Let's have a party. Oh, I got a paper cup. Never mind.
Really? Wow. Anyhow.
Before you know it, aluminum cans will be distinct. Speaking of stuff that's crazy, the other day I bought a light bulb. Have you guys seen these no-heat light bulbs that are plastic that do not bust?
No.
They are such a thing to where they're plastic on top and they're soft plastic. And they're supposed to last for 10 years. They are soft light bulbs. They do not get over hot, and they seriously, they're no heat lamps, light bulbs.
Why?
That's what we're going to do one day. That's what we're going to do for a show. We're going to take a GoPro camera or whatever, if you still have one, and we're going to go through a store, and that's the kind of stuff we're going to talk about.
You know, a lot of stores don't like filming, so you got to be very careful about that.
Well, we got cell phones, so how are they going to know? How do they know I'm not FaceTiming with my wife?
Because they'll see it a couple weeks later on Facebook.
Hey, if it's free publicity, it's free publicity if it's in a good way.
Well, I don't know. Some companies think any publicity is good publicity. Look how cringy KFC ads have gotten.
Oh my God! You're talking about cringy. No, you want to see cringy? Go look at like some of the advertisements that aired back in like the 40s, 50s, and 60s. You talk about cringeworthy.
No, you want to see cringeworthy? You should see the video game KFC came out with. Yeah, they made a video game. It's all about dating Colonel Sanders. Yeah.
How greasy is that?
In a cooking school.
How greasy
With
is
KFC
that?
being the teacher.
Wow.
No joke. It's called I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger-licking good visual novel.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it was legitimately published by KFC.
Say
Okay.
that title even sounds pornographic.
I seriously just threw up in my mouth. Have you all heard about this young lady that was in Wisconsin or Michigan who works for Walmart? She did not have Down syndrome or anything, but she had some sort of medical issue to where she could only work a certain schedule, 4-hour shifts, 4 days a week. Well, the new One Best Way, where they scheduled it on through the computer, they changed her schedule to where they put it wherever they wanted it. Instead of these 4 set days, the same time, because she caught the bus to work. And, after her caregiver got her ready, put her on the bus, sent her to Walmart, she was either a door greeter or she his own apparel, whatever. Then at Walmart, they got her together, got her clocked out, got her on the bus, and sent her home.
Yeah.
She had to have a set schedule so she could catch the same bus every day. It was a routine. I don't know if it was autistic or Down syndrome or what it was. But it was a real medical issue. It was nothing wrong with her. She just, hey, look, people, there are medical issues that people have in the world. It's just a real thing. They ended up firing her because they messed up her schedule as a company. It went to court. And the jury came back and awarded her $125 million. And because the state had it as a law, they only had to give her $300,000. But now they've got to go back and give her all this back pay, and they want to get it out of the media and out of the news because how it's making Walmart look.
Well, they kind of do it.
Too.
I'm going to be honest. They kind of do it to themselves. I mean, and Walmart's no stranger to being sued by former employees.
Yeah.
I remember, I can't remember if I've told this story on the news, the show or not, but I remember hearing in the news about a group of asset protection who had someone in the AP room, who stopped someone for shoplifting. Pre-routine, then the person who they stopped drew a gun on them in the AP room. Manager walked in to check on them, and the customer had them in the corner and had them at gunpoint, and management walked in to check on AP, see what was going on, and tackled the guy after he found that he had a gun. Next day, all 4 of them were fired for attacking the customer. And it went to court, and they got their job back, but I mean, they didn't take it back, obviously, because why would you go back to something like that?
Yeah.
But not the only incident. I can recount.
I mean, okay, number one, look, guns are real. I'm not saying I'm against guns, because I'm not. I believe it's Second Amendment right.
Yes.
But there are things out there, people out there, that I think that we should all go through background checks. I believe that there are people that need to be helped in certain situations in life, because I do understand that there are mental situations that are very highly stressful and very tough for people.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to be careful because there is sicknesses. We just have to be careful. But I believe in the Second Amendment right, and I believe we got to be careful with what we do. So I do believe that we have reached our capacity on this program.
Oh, come on. I was just getting ready to say something else.
Well, go ahead and say it. You can edit it.
Okay, so anyways, speaking on the gun thing for a minute, I think it's very important you brought that up. Because, wait, did we want to go into a politics?
Well, we're looking for material for the show, aren't we?
No. You brought up the whole mental health and thing about it, and you know, that is true. Now, I'm very big on the Second Amendment myself, but I am cool with background checks. I'm cool with even like mandatory gun safety courses. Fine with that, because if anything, that would help everyone. But like, the big thing is I find that like major shootings or violent crimes or stuff like that come from either one of two reasons: a mental health issue or desperation. No one in their right mind actually will go and just hurt somebody like that. And that's why there is a proven way that you can stop gun violence without gun control. Community intervention. It's been proven to work. It's where you take the most, like, you intervene in a community and try to help people that are down on their luck that might become high-risk people later down the line. And it will actually drop gun violence. It's been proven. No one wants to talk about that, though.
No, of course not.
Because it goes against the agenda.
Yep.
Because the whole thing is about gun control.
Yeah, they don't want to look at the big picture.
They want to look at the tool and not the cause.
The gun is not what kills people. It's people that's using the gun that kill people.
Yeah, and no one wants to tackle the people problem anymore. Society is so, and it's not just with gun violence, but it goes back to the whole, like, people issue in general. People are so messed up nowadays, and no one wants to talk about it or tackle it. And it's just getting worse.
It is. I mean, it's true. I mean, but then we send people to war, and they see people that they were in boot camp and basic training with. They see them die, and we wonder why they come back with the issues they come back with. And are we fixing those problems, or are we just putting Band-Aids on them?
We're just putting Band-Aids on them because Veteran Affairs isn't even useful.
Yep.
And how do I know this?
They don't take care of their people. They send them off to war, and then once they get back here, they offer them no help that they promised.
Bless you, Sydney. And Sydney, how would I know about this situation that we just discussed? My father was a Vietnam veteran.
Yep. I also have family in the military. And family that's been in the military. I have a lot of military friends.
I do believe the show that we're having this morning, which we're going to bring to an end, and this guy over here is the editing genius, and he's even better with technology than I am. But we can start just having roundtables like this every so often, because this has actually brought up some good issues that I believe are real to all of us.
Then why don't we talk about it next episode? Maybe continue this conversation since we're running out of time.
All right, that sounds good.
Let's tackle the issue next roundtable. Let's tackle the issue of gun violence and the people issue.
More in depth. Yeah, let's get some more statistics.
Because it seems like we've always been closing with a lead up to the next episode, last couple episodes, so let's do that.
All right, sounds good. All right, guys, for this time,
That's all we got. Until next time.
so
So long, everybody.